Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and maybe Venus. This week, Taurus, we are going to look into the archetype energy that you are. It's all unknown wild animal week, that's what I'm going to call it. So with Kim Kranz, who created all the wild unknown animal decks, I'm starting with the archetype deck. So we're going to look at what your archetype energy is right now. And then we're going to look at the energy that you're about to go into, what you're transforming into. And I'm going to use Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle and Tarot cards to kind of build up the reading. There is going to be an extended. So in that extended, I'm going to look at the blind spot. What exists between your transition, like from the archetypal energy that you're in now and where you're going. So I'll look at that in the blind spot. But right now we're going to get right into this. And the link for that is in the top of the description. So what is the archetypal energy? 20 cards is too much. Too many archetypal energies. You need to drop a few of those, Taurus. This is a difficult deck to shuffle. It's very big. There's a lot of cards in it and they're round. So they have a tendency to want to slide and spin. The vow. Wow, this is the energy that you're in right now. That's interesting. It's like some sort of a commitment to something. And then where are you going? The medallion. Wow, you know what is so interesting is look at how you have a hand in each section here, reaching up. I want to read what these are about. I'm doing that for everybody this week. I'm going right into the book, because the archetype is pretty deep. It's like you're reaching for some sort of a new beginning here with the medallion. It reminds me a little bit, right, like an Ace of Pentacles, like reaching for something tangible, something real. Where in here, the vow, it kind of reminds me of like some sort of commitment with yourself, with the universe, with your spirit guides, with your soul family, like trying to soar above something. Trying to work, kind of like trying to work with spirit, trying to work with energy in the universe, and then making something three-dimensional. So let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. All right, the vow. The vow, Taurus. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. Karmic ties are formed and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the resuscitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm going to read more, but one of the things that I did note about this too was in this card, there's two hands together. In this card, there's one. So it's leaving something, some sort of cycle from your past where there's other people involved in this cycle or another person, and going to a new beginning. Think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Bearing witness to the shift toward destiny when this attribute is in light energy. Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we're in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. Wow, this is going to be like a really interesting card to pull like the tarot out for you. Okay, so now where you're going is the medallion. The medallion, Taurus. This is the energy you're heading towards. The amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet, when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held on to for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns you with the deepest values. That's interesting. And I'm saying that's interesting because it's obviously something physical. Like I said, it's like a pentacle. But it's a new beginning, like an Ace of Pentacles. But that new beginning is initiated by releasing like some sort of physical objects that are around you. And that is something that has come through in the readings kind of on the other side of the zodiac. A week or two ago, I think it was Scorpio, maybe even Sagittarius, about releasing things because there's emotional connections to different things in our environment and releasing that. Do you believe that objects contain supernatural properties? When have you experienced this to be true? When in the light attribute, upholding tradition, protecting and honoring. To go deeper, ancient Egyptian scarab amulets. Imagine if you and your family, school, or social group had a crest, emblem, or amulet. What would it be to draw it? So that's something you can do. Well, this is interesting. I feel like for some of you, with these two cards combined, there's some sort of release, closing off a cycle with someone or a group of people, something in your life. And this is almost like it's telling you that there's something physical that's connecting this that you need to also release, which is kind of interesting. It's like the energy of whatever this was is still being held in some sort of object here that needs to be released. So let's look. Let's see what we have here with the Oracle. I also know an Animal Oracle deck, Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Oh my God, that's a lot of cards. That's too many doors. That's like well, it wasn't quite a dozen, but it was a lot. I would like just one simple card to keep it very simple and the message very direct. The lion and the moth. The raccoon is at the bottom. Some sort of energy, like something hidden here. It's almost like there's something energetically hidden that's affecting perhaps a new beginning. It's affecting your energy. It's almost like a little heads up. This reading in itself feels like some sort of blind spot for you. Now with the lion and the pride, bringing this in with the vow card, there's a lot of something looking out on a horizon. I think of like a pride of lions because there's some sort of disconnect here. There's some sort of cycle ending with this. And this lion card is sitting down here and is looking towards the medallion. You may even have something that somebody else is wanting or wanting back or looking for. And the moth is energy that doesn't serve us very well. It's kind of like, I don't know, bad habits. Bad habits doesn't seem like the right way to apply this. But there, you know what? There could be something that's causing someone else to hang on. Like if there's a connection that you're releasing, There could be something physical that you need to release, or you need to return to the person, something like that. And because that hasn't happened, or you haven't done that yet, the moth energy has become present, where this could be resonating for you. It could be producing some sort of energy, like kind of feel like you're going into a new cycle and then you don't. You kind of feel like you're going into a new cycle and then you don't. It's like what this moth does all night, flying into that light on the back porch, right? It thinks it's flying into the sun, it's not. And it, you know, it becomes very tiring. It wears down the moth because his hand is reaching up for a new beginning. Let's see what the tarot cards are saying here. I'm curious about this raccoon energy as the underlying too. For the vow and the lion. The vow and the lion. Two, I see with moving forward from the vow, there is strength moving into this direction. The Three of Wands is at the bottom. That's interesting. Like you have the raccoon. The raccoon is a very sort of isolated, pulled back energy, hiding in the shadows. And this, though, this is the energy of something that wants to grow and expand and really develop and move forward. It's like two different energies is the underlying here. For the vow and the lion, you have the magician, the Father of Swords, or like the King of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. And now for the medallion and the moth, you have the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Mother or the Queen of Wands. Right over here, like this right away, I see that something needs to end for you to be able to have choices and move forward. Have choices, move forward, and go into a very positive, very dynamic, creative, really glowing kind of energy with the Mother of Wands, like a really glowing sort of energy. But something here needs to end. Something needs to be finalized sort of in an ending. And it seems like this is ended with the return of the medallion. I'm going to say what it seems like for some of you, like a ring. If somebody has given you a promise ring, an engagement ring, a wedding ring, whatever, or a gift like a chain, there's something here. There's some sort of physical connection. And because there's like a jewel here, like it looks like a diamond in this one. And in this one we have like a gold medallion with, again, something else that would look like a diamond. There's some sort of, it almost seems like a jewelry. This is like a very specific message in some type of jewelry or some sort of a physical gift that was given to you from someone else. It's time to return it. So the Magician and the Father of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. And the Wand. I'm trying to see what's missing here, because the Magician is all about having the tools of the trade. All the tools in front of you that you need to manifest, right? The Sword, the Pentacle, the Cup, the Wand. Now here, we've got the Sword. You got the Sword. And in here, there's the Pentacle, but there's two Pentacles. Really, the Magician should have one Pentacle to manifest. And then over here is where the Wand appears, and the Mother of Wands. So there's two Pentacles. If you have some sort of a friendship with someone, it could be a committed relationship. It's almost like if there's jewelry associated with, or some sort of gift, some sort of physical thing. It feels like something that you would possibly where or not. But it's as if there's some sort of energy still associated with that. And if you are ending something, you need to release that to have one pentacle. To have one pentacle. I'm going to put some clarifiers. This is a really interesting message. You never know what I'm going to walk into with you guys when I turn the camera on and I shuffle the cards. Why do we have the Two of Pentacles here? Why is the Two of Pentacles here with the vow and the lion? Interesting. The King of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So this is movement, right? And the Mother of Wands or the Queen of Wands is over here. So some sort of movement towards, I'm getting that, like a new beginning, because something ends. There's some sort of big ending here. And then the Lovers, this energy, it could be a lover. It could just be having choices moving forward. And then there's the Mother of Wands. So what is the other? So that feels like this is one choice, because the Two of Pentacles is having choices. This feels like almost like an energetic existence around you somehow. That there's another energetic existence around you that you're not realizing that needs to be cleared. The Two of Pentacles, the other side of the Two of Pentacles. Wow, the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. It honestly seems like, guys, that there's something energetically that you still have, but it's a physical thing that's holding some sort of energetic property to it that clings to something from the past. It holds energy from something from the past, but unbeknownst to you, almost like you can't receive this other. I'm trying to figure out, like, because it feels so specific. It feels so specific, like a piece of jewelry or something, that you can't receive this. Obviously, well, too, like if it's a wedding ring or engagement ring or a promise ring, you can't really have two. You're either one or the other, right? Unless, I don't know. There's different cultures that have more than one, but I don't know. The Father of Swords. This is weird because, too, like this little area here is not as clear to me as this is. And it's been a little bit vice versa this week. So the Father of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. It's just directing us right back to this energy. That there's something that you need to release. You need to give back. You need to dispose of whatever it is. It needs to leave your presence to fully, and for you to fully energetically exit something from the past. You need to get rid of that. It feels like a piece of jewelry, but it could be something for any of you. It could be something like that you inherited from a family member from years ago, and there's something to do with some sort of energy to something around you that you need to get rid of. But that sounds so harsh, that you need to get rid of. You and this piece of whatever need to energetically exit. And physically, you need to physically exit from whatever this is, to remove the energy fully. So let's see, what is the Ten of Swords? What is the Ten of Swords? It is a Tower moment. Wow, it is the ending. It is a Tower moment, it is the exit. It could be exiting a relationship here. Something ended. Y'all might be holding on to a piece of jewelry from a past relationship. And it needs to go. It needs to go because there's energy in and of it around you. The Lover's card. The Lover's card. There's some sort of new truth and movement coming towards you. You know, it's interesting to get the Chariot coming in as a clarifier after the Ten of Swords, because the Chariot too is a lot about having been in a period of not moving, like of being still, but going deep within and looking at the guck within you, or looking at pain or working through that, and then finally coming up out of the water and moving forward, right, with that Cancerian energy. And I like to say too, like Cancer is the portal of love. So it seems like You need to exit. You need to remove. You need to remove something, guys. Go looking in your drawers. Here it is. The Mother of Wands. The Mother of Wands. Oh, she landed right on the archetype. Oh, I think that came out like that. The Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. It's almost like, because there's two representations here. There's the King and Queen of Wands. So two individuals. I feel like the Mother of Wands is you because it came out first, and this is the energy. Like something for you ended here. You walked away from something, and it was quite dramatic with the Tower moment. And here, almost, right? Because there's this energy is sitting here. Maybe it keeps coming back to you, and you don't know why. Why does this energy keep coming back to you? That feels kind of heavy or negative or low vibrational. And I get that with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This is literally like so specific. Like there's something, some physical object that you still have that you need to release. What's at the bottom of the teeny tiny tarot deck? The Moon card. Oh, wow. That's interesting. So the Moon is, and behind the Moon is the Devil in reverse. So maybe unknown to you, this is actually reversing devil energy. I would call this a little bit like, because it's a little bit like a bad habit. And the devil would be associated with that energy. Bad habit, karmic, heavy karmic connections, codependency, all those sort of things that can go with that. So there's some sort of energy that keeps coming back to you that's heavy, it's low vibration, or it's a cycle, you're in and out of it, and this is almost like a key, a clue on what you need to do. Gosh darn, that's very specific. All right, I'm gonna go and do the extended and see what sits in this little spot between these two energies. Thanks, Taurus. That was very interesting. These archetypes are, it's fascinating, isn't it? Like how they come together and how these two cards came together to explain the situation for you. All right. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.